everybody. If we haven't met before, my name's Kaylee. Today we have a very special practice in honor of World IBD Day. IBD is Inflammatory Bowel Disease, and there's 500,000 people in the UK who live with this condition, and 3 people who are special in my life have this condition. If this is your first time ever practicing yoga, welcome. Don't worry, you don't need to be flexible to do yoga. That is a misconception, and hopefully we can bust that today. But really, really happy to have you here. Let's start just by talking a little bit about this sequence. This sequence has been specifically designed to reduce stress, to calm the nervous system. And that's because of stress, anxiety is a big part of living with IBD, and stress can also trigger flare-ups and make them worse. So in this practice today, we're going to move through some yoga poses, or they're called asanas, that help to calm the body, to slow the body down and calm the mind, and they feel very, very grounding. We're going to mainly do forward folds, so folding over the legs, and a few little twists to massage the belly area as well. And then after we've moved through these poses, we're going to do a breathing practice. This is called Pranayama in yoga. So we're regulating the breath. And this is a very cooling technique that we're going to use with the Ayurvedic wisdom. Ayurveda is an ancient system of medicine that evolved alongside yoga. And this has been used to cool the body in relation to inflammation, which inflammation is a huge part of inflammatory bowel disease, of course. So we'll do that, we'll practice it, it's quite a fun technique, and then we're going to end with a short little meditation at the end. So that's where we're headed. Let's start then. We're going to start by coming to lay down. So everybody come to lay on your back and stretch your legs out. Stretching the legs out, rest your hands, both hands come to your belly. So put your hands on your belly, and just take a moment to settle into this laying down position. Hands on the belly, and start to notice your breath. As you start to become aware of your breath, see if you can deepen your breath. And with every breath that you take, try to send the breath lower into the belly so that you start to notice your hands rising and falling with your breath. So as you take a deep inhale, feel your belly rising. It inflates like a balloon, and the hands raise up. And as you exhale, feel the belly contracting, and your belly button comes down like it wants to go into the floor. Keep breathing deeply, feeling the belly inflate. Exhale, draw the navel, the belly button back down, as if it's going into the ground below. So take a few more breaths like this, and start to notice that as you focus on your breathing, the mind starts to calm down, body starts to settle. Okay, take one more deep breath. Now bend both of your knees and hug them in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a little hug. Okay. Now, keeping your legs where they are, bring your hands down so that they're reaching out wide. Your hands are in line with your shoulders, and you're forming like a T shape with your arms. If you feel like you're going to touch someone, you can always bend the elbows and come to a cactus arm positions where your hands just come above the elbows. Okay, so bringing your shins parallel to the floor, the knees are still bent, you'll bring your shins parallel to the floor, exhale all of your breath, and then take an inhale, keeping the knees in center. Now exhale, lower both knees to the right side, so you're bringing the knees lower towards the ground on the right side of your body. And moving with the breath, take an inhale and draw both knees back up to center. Exhale, lower both knees to the left side this time. Inhale, draw them back up to center. So we're moving with the breath. Exhale, lower the knees to the right. Inhale, draw them back up to center. Exhale, lower the knees to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, lower to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower to the right. And this time, rest your knees over on the right side. Bring your right hand on top of your left knee, so the hand's resting on your knees. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, look over to the left. So looking out to your left hand, starting to come into a twist. Take a few deep breaths into the belly here. Take one more breath. Then look up to center. Inhale. Inhale, draw both knees back up to center. Okay, so on your next inhale, draw the knees back up to center. We'll meet here. And then let's get ready to go to the other side. So exhale all of your breaths, drop the knees over to the left side, both knees. Keep the knees here on the ground, and then bring your left hand on top of the right knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, look over to the right side, look out to your right hand. If this feels too much on your neck, you can always look back up to center. But start to connect more deeply with the breath. Take a few deep breaths into the belly. Feel everything start to calm down. Look up to center. And then inhale, draw both knees back up to the middle. And keep the knees here. Now wrap your hands around your shins. Give yourself another little hug. As you rest here, take a few deep breaths. As we come into Apanasana, this is wind relieving pose. So if you feel things starting to move, that's totally normal. This is what it's designed for. But rather than focusing on the shape, start to connect more deeply with the breath. We really want to focus on the breath to calm the mind, to start to activate this de-stressing signals. Take one more breath. Then release your hands, let go of the knees, and roll over to your right side. And then make your way over to an all fours position. Okay? So we're coming to all fours, to tabletop. Make sure that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. The spine is straight, so tuck the chin, create length all the way through the back of the neck. And exhale all of your breath. Take an inhale, tuck your toes, come onto the tops of your toes. And as you exhale, lift your hips up high to the sky, coming into downward facing dog. As you find your position in downward dog, push your hands into the ground, so you're pushing the ground away from you, and this will bring your chest closer to your thighs. You're reaching your heels down to the ground, but they don't need to touch the floor. And focus on creating a straight spine. So something that can help you here is to bend the knees. In downward dog, you don't need to have straight legs. You can bend the knees, and this will help you to lift the hips up higher to create more length in the spine. So find your dog. If you want to bend each knee one at a time to help wake up the thighs, and then settle into a stretch, settle into stillness, and find your breath. Don't forget to breathe. Let's take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath, and then step your feet as you exhale towards your hands. You can take multiple steps. Keep the hands grounded as you fold over your legs. Take an inhale, keeping the hands on the ground. Halfway lift your spine so you feel a flat back position. Exhale, fold over the legs. You can bend the knees. And then as you inhale, push your feet through the ground. Lift the hands up over the head. Come up to standing. Okay, hands above the head. Exhale, release the hands down to the side. Good. Okay. So we're going to come into chair pose now. So start with your feet hip distance apart. We've got two options. You can have your hands down by your side if you've got high blood pressure, and you're going to bend the knees like this. If you're coming with me, we'll start with the hands down by the side. Exhale all of your breath. Inhale, sweep both hands up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and lower your hips as if you're coming to sit on the edge of a chair or on a toilet seat. The edge of a toilet, we're going to do this. Okay, as you come into chair, take a breath, remember to keep breathing, lift the chest, and on your next exhale, tuck the tailbone to create more length through the spine. Okay, keep breathing, stay calm, keep the chin tucked, find length all the way through the back of the neck. Deep breaths, take one more deep breath. Inhale, push up to standing. Exhale, release the hands. Well done, everybody. Hands down by the side. Okay. Right, so come to face the side of your mat and then step your feet out wide. So we're going to go really wide with the legs. Use your arms as a measuring stick. Reach the hands out wide so they're in line with your shoulders. And then check that your wrists are in line with the outer edge of your ankle. So you might have to go a little bit wider. It might feel quite strange. Okay, good. Then release your hands back down to your side and just take a moment to look at me. I'll demonstrate what we're going to do. So we're going to come into a twist. We're going to turn to the right side first, bringing the left hand to the ground, and then the right hand up high. And then we're going to inhale, leading and reaching with the top hand to rise back up, keeping the spine straight, and then we'll come back to center. So we'll do that on the right side first, and then we'll hold, and then we'll go to the other side. So I'll talk you through. Okay. Turn your feet inwards slightly so that the toes are pointing towards each other. Then reach the hands out wide. Exhale all of your breath. Take an inhale, reach the crown of the head to the sky, find length in the spine is straight. Exhale, twist to your right, reach your left hand down to the ground, and then reach the right hand up to the sky. Look down to the ground. Inhale, reaching up through the top arm, lift yourself back up to standing, and come back to center. Good. Okay, exhale, twist to the right, same side. Left hand down to the ground, right hand reaching up to the sky. If you feel tightness in the legs, bend your knees. Look down to the ground, reach up through the top hand. Inhale, rise back up to standing. Good, okay, so this is the movement that we're gonna continue to make. So every time we inhale to rise back up, we're gonna count to 4, moving with the breath. As we exhale, we're gonna count for 4 breaths to start off with, and every round we'll increase it by a breath. I'll count you through so it makes sense. So let's start in the center, arms out wide. Exhale all of the breath, same thing. Inhale for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, twist to the right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, rise back up for 4. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, twist for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise back up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now stay here. We're going to stay in this twist. Look up to your right hand to the thumb if that's available for you today. If not, look out to the side or down to the ground. But wherever you are, breathe into your belly. So focus on those deep breaths and sending the breath into the belly. Start to feel a gentle massage in the abdomen. Staying calm, staying stable. Take one more breath. Look down to the ground. Inhale, reach up through the top arm and rise back up to center. Good. Exhale, release the hands to the side. Take a moment, and then we'll get ready to go to the other side. Okay. So same thing on the left side. We'll find the movement first. So reach the hands out wide, hands in line with the shoulders. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand down to the ground, left hand up to the sky. Look down to the ground. Inhale, reach up through the top arm and rise back up to center. Good. Go again. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand down to the ground, left hand up to the sky. Look down to the ground. Inhale, reach up through the left hand. Rise back up to center. Good. Okay, now with the breath count. Remember, we're going to inhale for 4 every round. Exhale will increase. So take an inhale, arms out wide, leg through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left for 4, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, rise up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, twist for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And stay here, stay in this twist with the right hand down. Remember, if you feel tightness in the legs, you can bend the knees. Look up to the left thumb if that's available for you today. If not, the side or looking down to the ground is absolutely fine. Wherever you are, focus on your breathing. Use that to anchor your awareness. Take one more breath. Look down to the ground. Inhale, reach up through the left arm, rise back up to center. Exhale, release the hands down to the side. Good. Okay. So we're going to fold forwards now, staying in this wide leg position. So take an inhale, reach the crown of the head up to the sky, bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forwards, and bring your hands down to the ground in front of your face. If you feel tightness in your legs, remember you can bend the knees, tightness in the lower back too, bend the knees, your legs don't need to be straight. Yoga's not about flexibility. Okay, we're going to deepen this fold now. So take an inhale, halfway lift, find that long back. Exhale, bend the elbows through the legs in 2 parallel lines. Now, draw the hands backwards so that they become in line with your feet. The hands are underneath the body in the center still, but hands in line with your feet, fingertips facing forwards. Reach the crown of the head down to the ground, and this will help you to lift the hips up higher. Notice in this pose, you can really feel your belly breath. So focus on that. Breathe as deeply as you can. Don't worry about having straight legs. Focus on the breath. Good. Let's take a few more breaths here. Finding stability. Take one more deep breath. Keep the hands on the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back position. Listen carefully. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, push through both feet to help you rise up to standing. Exhale, release your hands to the side. If you're feeling dizzy, keep looking down to the ground. But take a moment to pause here and notice how everything is starting to feel more calm. Mind's feeling more stable. Okay, heel toe your feet together. Bring them back into center. Let's add a bit of a balance, a bit more challenge. I'll just demonstrate where we're headed first. We're coming into Warrior 3. This is what Warrior 3 looks like. You're lifting your hands above your head to start, and then you're coming into a T shape with your hands out in front of you, or one leg and one leg behind. So it looks like a T. If this is too strong, you always have the option to bring your hands to prayer position. And if this is causing you any pain, then bring your hands down to the ground. Yoga should never cause you pain, so listen to your body. Okay, I'll give you the cues so we can move into it together. So let's start in the middle of the mat. Bring your feet together so that the inner edges are touching. Okay, exhale all of your breath. Inhale, sweep both hands up to the sky. Find length in the spine, biceps by the ears. Exhale, hinging from your hips, fold forwards and lift your left leg behind you. Push your right foot into the ground so you're nice and strong. Remember your options. If this is too strong with your hands in front, bring your hands to prayer position. And you can always bring them to the ground if needed, but find a challenge. Keep looking down to the ground, find a spot to focus on, this will help you balance. And keep breathing, remember to breathe. This is Warrior 3, so very, very special pose for our IBD warriors. Okay, take one more breath, well done everybody. Inhale, sweep both hands up to the sky, lower the left leg. Exhale, release the hands to the side, good job. Take a moment, get ready to go to the other side. Let's start with the feet together once more. Inner edges are touching. Exhale all of your breath. Inhale, sweep both hands up to the sky, bicep by the ears. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lower the belly forwards and lift your right leg behind you this time. Kick the right foot to the back wall, reach the hands forwards. Remember your option of bringing the hands to prayer position or to the floor. Find a spot that challenges you. Use this inner strength, your inner strength of the warrior, to focus and find balance. Look at the floor, find a spot to help you focus on, stop the mind from wandering, remember to breathe. Let's try and hold it for another 2 breaths. Take an inhale, reach both hands up to the sky, lower the right leg. Exhale, reach both hands to the floor. Well done, everybody. Good job, okay. Take a moment. We're gonna come down to the floor and first of all, sit with the legs out in front. So we're gonna come into a back bend. If you have a sensitive belly or if you're pregnant, this is the option you're gonna take. We'll do it all together first. So bring your legs out in front of you and then rest your hands down by your side. So the hands are on the floor by your hips. Okay? Exhale all of the breath. And then take an inhale and lift your chest forwards. The chest is reaching forwards up to the sky. And you're keeping the chin tucked. So you feel length all the way through the back of the neck, but there's a gentle arch in the back. Keep reaching the shoulders down, away from your ears. Just notice a subtle back bend. Take one more breath. Exhale, come out. Relax the back, relax the body, relax the hands. Okay, so this is the first option. If you have sensitivity in the belly, if you're pregnant, or if you have a reason that prevents you from lying on your front, this is the option you're going to take. If you're okay to move onto the belly, come with me now. Lay down on the ground, face down on your front. And then come onto the forearms so that the elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Okay? The fingertips are facing forwards. The palms are flat on the ground, and spread your fingertips wide. Okay. Legs are resting out behind you, so you're on the tops of your feet. The soles of your feet are facing up to the sky. Exhale all of your breath. Same thing, inhale and lift your chest up towards the sky, but you're keeping the chin tucked, so don't allow your head to rock back. That'll put pressure on the neck and the spine. Keep the chin tucked, everything is long. Take an inhale, feel the chest expanding. As you exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. If you're taking the seated option, do the same thing, draw the shoulders down, chest forwards, and focus on your breath. Notice how in this shape, this is Sphinx pose, It's harder to feel the breath in the belly, but you'll notice it in the chest, and that's what we want to focus on. It's a subtle movement. You can really feel the upper back starting to work. Take one more breath here. Deep breath into the chest. Exhale, lower everything down to the ground. Forehead to the ground, rest your hands down by your side. You can turn your head to one side to release the back. And then turn your head to the other side. Balance it out. Okay, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up to all fours. If you were seated, meet us back in all fours position. Okay. From here, step your knees out wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. So big toes meet in the middle. Exhale all of your breath and lower your hips towards your heels. Bring the forehead to the ground. Coming into child's pose. And in this position, you can find your belly breath once again. If you'd like to stretch your arms out in front of you, you can take that option as well. Find your belly breath. And now let's start to regulate it a little bit. So we're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 6, just staying in this shape. So exhale everything. Stay in child's pose. Take an inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take an inhale and return back to regular even breathing. Find your own natural rhythm. But try to keep the breath deep and long. Take one more breath. Inhale, push up to all fours. Meet in tabletop. And then lower your hips to one side and come to a seat with the legs out in front of you. Okay, let's come into a cross-legged position. So we'll start by bending the right knee first. So bend the right knee out wide, bring the right heel in towards the groin. Then bend the left knee and bring the left shin in front of the right leg. So you'll feel like you're in a cross-legged position like when you were at school. Bring your right hand to the ground behind your hips and come onto the fingertips, bringing the thumb close to the tailbone. So right hand behind you, fingertips on the ground. Feel length in the spine. Crown of the head is reaching up to the sky. Exhale all of your breath. Inhale, sweep the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your right and bring the left palm to the outside of the right knee or right thigh, wherever feels good for you. Take an inhale, reach the crown of the head up to the sky, find more length in the spine. Exhale, twist to the right, send your gaze to the back of the room, but take care not to over twist your neck and focus on deep belly breaths. So find your breath, stay focused on your breath, and notice how when you keep your awareness on the breath, all other distractions start to melt away. Take one more deep breath. Look forwards. Inhale, untwist the upper body. Exhale, take a moment, just pause here for a second. And then stretch the legs out in front of you, get ready to switch sides. Bend the left knee out wide first, bring the left heel into the groin. Then bend the right knee and bring the right shin in front of the left foot. Okay, so cross leg on the other side. This time, bring the left hand to the ground behind your hips. Come onto the fingertips. Exhale all of the breath. Inhale, sweep the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring the right palm to the outside of the left knee or left thigh. Twist through. Take an inhale. Reach the crown of the head to the sky. Find length in the spine. Protect your back. Exhale, twist deeper to the left. Send your gaze backwards, to the back of the room. Focus on your breath. And try to find stillness. So let go of any desire to fidget, to scratch, to move. And see what happens when you find that stillness. Notice what happens in your mind. Take one more breath. Look forwards. Inhale, untwist the upper body. Exhale, pause for a moment. Feel everything settling. Now, keeping the knees bent, just separate the legs slightly so that you can bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. Now, wrap your hands around your feet, over the toes specifically, and draw the heels in closer to your groin, as close as you can where it feels comfortable. Okay, so keeping hold of the toes, take an inhale, reach the crown of the head up to the sky. You're going to find length in the spine. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forwards, bringing the elbows out wide in front of your shins, and keeping the spine long. Let's take an inhale. Find length once again. Reach the crown of the head forwards to the front of the room. Find length through the back. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper until your upper back starts to round. So as soon as you feel rounding in the spine, stop and ease out slightly. You want to prioritize keeping the back straight. So it might be that you're actually not folding very far, and that's absolutely okay. Prioritize the spine and finding a position of ease where you can focus on the breath, finding deep abdominal breaths. In this pose, which is called Baddha Konasana, but it's often called butterfly pose, the blood flow is moving to the abdomen and the pelvis area, which helps with inflammation. Might sound a bit counterintuitive, wanting blood to move to an area when you're inflamed, but actually some inflammation is caused by not enough blood flow going to an area. So this is a great pose for IBD. Keep focusing on the breath. We'll take a few more breaths here, finding stillness. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, rise back up to center, to a seated position. Keep the spine long. Exhale, release the hands. Just leave the legs in front of you for a moment. Just feel into this sense of calm and peace that these grounding and calming yoga poses have gifted you. Okay, let's move now into Shavasana, or corpse pose. So come to lie down on your back. We're going to lay on the back for a few minutes. So here are a few tips to help you feel comfortable. Allow the legs to roll out wide. The feet to roll out wide, legs are relaxed. It can help to lift your hips and just move the flesh on your bum out of the way. If you move it down and then tip the hips so that you can create more length through the back, that helps a little bit. And feel the legs rolling out wide. Hands are resting down by your side. Turn the palms open to the sky if that feels comfortable for you. Now gently roll the shoulders and tuck the chin. Close your eyes down. We're going to rest here for a few minutes and focus on your breath. So send your awareness back to your deep abdominal breathing that you practiced right at the start and then throughout the poses. Feel the belly inflating. With every exhale, feel your body start to relax. The physical body softens. Now, with every exhale, feel your mind starting to relax. Now let go of your breath. Breath is super light. And just rest in effortless awareness of your surroundings. Just gently, silently observing and not reacting. Start to remember your breath. And deepen your breath. Bring awareness back into your body. Gently moving the fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. And if it feels good for you, lift your hands up and over your head. Come into a full body stretch. And then bend your knees and roll over to one side. Just take a few breaths here on your side, just in the fetal position. As you prepare your mind for a little bit of breathing practice and a short meditation. Okay, slowly make your way up to a seated position. So you're going to find a comfortable seat. That might be sitting cross-legged. If you have a hoodie or something you could roll up, you might want to use that as a cushion to lift your hips. And you can also come to a kneeling position if that feels most comfortable for you. So if you're kneeling, you might want to have the feet out wide to one side, or just come back to sit on your heels. Find a space that works for you. Good. Well, we want to sit with the spine nice and long, reaching the crown of the head up to the sky, so it's like a string pulling you up. Okay, we're going to do a breathing technique now, which is an Ayurvedic technique to cool the body. So we have two variations of this. If you can, you're going to do this version. So you're going to roll the tongue. It's like a straw. Hopefully, maybe I'll come up close so you can see. So half of you probably won't be able to do that, because half that, I think it's about 60% of people can do it and 40% of people can't. So if you can't, don't keep trying because you won't be able to do it. What you're going to do instead, actually I'll come up again, is you're going to do a gritted grin. So like this. And then you're going to breathe in through the teeth. So it makes a hissing sound. Okay? So choose your technique. Remember what it looks like. Whichever technique you're using, what we're going to do is inhale through the mouth, either the straw or the grin. We're going to inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nose. So between every inhale, you're going to close the mouth and then exhale through the nose. Inhale through the mouth, exhale nose, okay? So let's give it a try. Let's start by just exhaling all of the breath, clearing out the lungs. Through the nose. Then take an inhale, choose your position. Feel the air moving through the mouth. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Through both nostrils. Go again, inhale through the mouth, straw or gritted teeth. Exhale through the nose, close the mouth. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. In mouth. Exhale nose. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. So keep moving through this technique. Inhaling through the mouth, exhaling through the nose. As you inhale through the mouth, don't worry about making noise, allow that hiss. When you breathe out through the mouth, try to keep the breath quiet. So don't force the breath out, just allow it to come out naturally. And notice how with the inhale and the exhale, you start to find an even rhythm. So as we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep moving through this technique. Exhale. And notice how with every inhale, the breath is really cool. You start to feel that coolness in the mouth, moving through the throat. The cool air moving into your lungs. So this is a great counter to inflammation. Inhaling through the mouth. Exhaling through the nose. Let's take a few more breaths like this. Take one more breath. And then let go of your breath. Return back to regular, even breathing. And just close down your eyes if you haven't already. And bring your awareness to the center of your forehead. And feel into the center of your forehead. Concentrate your awareness and your focus here. As you focus at the center of your forehead, just feel for a gentle pulsation. And with every pulsation, feel it as an expression of coolness and calmness. Keep your awareness on this feeling of cool and calm for a few more moments. Okay, start to return to your breath. Bring awareness back into your body. Bring your hands together in front of your chest into a prayer position. In yoga, this is called Anjali Mudra. It's a gesture of gratitude. So bow your head, send yourself gratitude for coming to this practice today. And I'm sending you a lot of gratitude for coming to this practice and for taking the time today to learn about IBD, to move through these calming poses, and for supporting Crohn's and Colitis UK. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed.